Hello everyone, welcome to the cast reveal for Season 3 of Sims Survivor. I'm really excited to introduce y'all to the 18 castaways that are about to embark on the 39-day journey for a chance to win. If you didn't get it from the trailer, this is going to be worlds apart, so it's white collar, blue collar, and no collar. So we're going to have people divided into tribes based on their professions. Some of the castaways in the season have been submitted by y'all through the gallery, and the other half have been created by me. If you want to see your sim in a future season, upload them to the Sims gallery with the hashtag ODYTcasting. Without further ado, I'm going to get into a bit of a background on the tribes this season, and then we're going to get into the castaways. So, as you may recall, last season we had the two tribes of Upolu and Savai'i, which were both the names of the two main islands in Samoa. And I wanted to get a bit into the background of this season in particular too, because I have created the tribe names based off of real places in the world. So we're going to Kiribati this time. We're going to be taking a lot of inspiration from there. I also thought it was fitting to use Kiribati in this season because it has the red, yellow, and blue, which are the tribe colors, integrated into the national flag. So, just to get into the bit of the geography of this, we have two atoll-inspired tribe names and one island. An atoll is where it's a ring and there's a lagoon in the middle, so you have to essentially walk along the ring because that's the only part of land, whereas the island is a big piece of land, like a circle where the center's filled in. So on the left we have Tarawa, it's an atoll, and that is going to be the no-color tribes. They're going to be red. In the middle, we have Banaba, also known as Hull Island, which is also an atoll. That's going to be the white-collar tribe. They're going to be yellow, which is kind of fitting because Banaba sounds like banana. And then on the right, we have Arona, which is going to be the blue-collar tribe. Arona is also known as Ocean Island. And all three of these places are a part of Kiribati, so they're all in different regions of the country. So really cool, just a bit of geography fun facts for y'all. But without further ado, let's get into the cast for this season. So, the first tribe we're going to look into is the Banaba tribe, also known as the White Collar. Our first castaway for this season is Eduardo Cabrera. He is 39 and an engineer and a father of two. He's one of the Sims that I created for this, and he hopes to win the crown and money for his children's futures. So overall, going to probably be a dad presence on the tribe. I really like him. I think he's going to be really helpful in challenges too. Our next castaway on the Banaba tribe is Matt Heat. He is 32 years old, recently engaged, and is a physiotherapist. So he's a very forthcoming person and is hoping that his people skills will advance him to the end of the game, but because he is so forward about his personality, that may rub people the wrong way. So I'm unsure about how he's gonna do, but nevertheless rooting for him. Next on the tribe is Diane. So a little fun fact about Diane, she was originally cast for season 1, but was swapped out for Alyssa. I don't know if anybody else would know that, but yeah, she was almost on the cast, but was last minute swap unfortunately. Happy I did it because Alyssa played a great game in season 1, but nevertheless, I think Diane deserved her chance to come back. So she is a 28-year-old creative director, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring to the table, so I'm hoping she can go a bit far into the game. Next up on the White Collar tribe, we have Carrie Scott. So Carrie is a 27-year-old hospital administrator from Willow Creek. She's extremely independent, but is looking forward to establishing herself in this game. She wants to be a legend. She wants to be somebody that you're going to remember at the end of the season. She doesn't want to just fade into the background. And you know what? I'd like to see it. Bring it. I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring to the table. And yeah, she's going to be an underdog for sure. Next up, we have Marlon Tyler. So he is 27, a financial advisor, and he was submitted by someone who is also a part of the Discord, Marlon. So I'm really excited to see how he's going to play. I'm rooting, obviously, for all of the fan-submitted Sims, but it's going to be tough. We're going to see a lot of unfortunate eliminations this season, but I think Marlon is going to do really good. And the final member on the white collar tribe is Lydia Brown, submitted by Vinci Pabo _14. She is a 24-year-old real estate agent from Los Angeles, California. Some of her hobbies include running, cycling, and snowboarding. She loves Survivor and has always wanted to compete, and based on her experience, she sounds like she's going to be a competitive threat this season. Someone like Annabella from season 1, who could go on an immunity streak if she makes it to the merge. So definitely looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table. And the next tribe that we're going to be covering is Arona, which is the blue collar tribe. So these are people who perform generally more manual labor work, so a lot of hands-on stuff. So these people could be threats when it comes to the tribe challenges. And the first member on the blue collar tribe is Melissa Murphy. Melissa was submitted by @FreshSymbolic at the gallery, and she's a 53-year-old retired elementary school teacher. She's a kind grandmother who thinks that she has what it takes to win Survivor. I'm really excited to see what Melissa brings to the table. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate her based on her age, but she is here to win, and I can definitely feel that. Next up on the blue collar tribe, we have Darren Walden, also submitted by Vinci Pabo _14. They submitted a few this season. He is a 37-year-old firefighter and father of 3 from Florida. While his fireman persona can make him seem intimidating, his true demeanor is anything but that. He loves his wife and kids more than anything, and I think he is gonna strive to bring home the crown to them. I'm real excited to see what he brings to the season. He's probably gonna be a physical threat of some form, but I think he has what it takes to go very far into the game. Next up on the blue collar tribe, we have Burt Millard, submitted by Fresh Symbolic. He is a 34-year-old rough and ready carpenter from the West with an upbeat personality and a love for the world around him. So overall, a really nice guy. He's a married man with a baby on the way, and he plans on winning the game with his strength and silver tongue when talking to competition. I don't really know what a silver tongue is. I think he's very sociable, so definitely going to have a social strategy this season that could stand the test of the game, so excited to see how that plays out. Next up, we have Jared Farrar, submitted by Robot Master 375. He is a 34-year-old construction worker, and just a little fun fact, the person who submitted him did a Survivor season, and Jared ended up winning it, so I'm wondering if he's gonna have the same luck in this one, fingers crossed, but yeah, really excited to have him on the cast. Next up, we have Kavita Anand. So she is 25 and she's a tattoo artist. She's one of the Sims that I created for this season. I think she's honestly really cool, and I'm really hoping that she can go far into the game. I feel really bad because Michelle from season 2 was somebody that I said the same thing about. I thought that she would go deep into the game too, but I'm hoping Kavita is able to just surpass. I think she could be the winner of this season. I don't know, I get that vibe from her. She's a pretty cool person, so really excited to see her play in season 3. And last but not least, on the blue collar tribe, our final member is Cassia Anders, submitted by Lizzie Daly. She is a 21-year-old mother of 2 from Willow Creek. She works at the library, where she's frequently dreamed of winning the 1 million simoleons for her family. So I'm really excited to see what Cassia brings to it. I think she is going to be somebody who definitely is under the radar, and that's either going to be an advantage to her or disadvantage. I'm hoping more towards the advantage, but she just has that persona that she's going to come behind sometimes and put on that smiley face to people and then backstab them. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. And our final tribe is the Tarawa tribe, otherwise known as the No Collar tribe. These are people who are a bit more free-spirited and like to go with the wind when it comes to life. Our first member on the No Collar tribe is Preston Dyer, so submitted by Vinci Pabo _14. He is a 26-year-old personal trainer who loves to push himself to the extreme. So this is an athletic guy. Like, we have a lot of strong people on this season, but we can't have everybody winning all the immunities, but I think he's definitely going to be a contender, gonna help his tribe secure some of the tribe immunities. So really intrigued about his persona. Next up, we have Elena Grace. So she's submitted by Emmy Pepper. She's a 25-year-old scuba instructor who's easygoing and fond of outdoor activities. But don't let her sim fool you. This girl is buff, and I think she is also, once again, just add them to the list at this point, like really going to be strong in these challenges, and I'm excited to see her competitive spirit. She looks like she is hungry for the win, and I'm excited to see what she brings. Our next castaway on the No Collar Tribe is Rahim Al-Assad. He is a 23-year-old tour guide. He is somebody that I'm really intrigued about, so he's one of the sims I created, and I just really like to see Middle Eastern representation in these games where I can insert it, because I do have a Middle Eastern background, so I'm excited to see what Rahim brings to the game, and I think it's going to be an interesting season from his perspective. I don't know what's going to happen to him. He's a bit of a wild card in that sense, so very, very intrigued. Next up, we have Ainsley Salgado, who is a 22-year-old virtual CrossFit trainer. She was submitted by VinceyPabo_14. They submitted a few sims this season. Few I couldn't make into the cast, but they submitted a lot of great people. If you want your sim to make it, give them a cool background. That gives me a bit of more insight into what they're going to bring to the table. But yeah, Ainsley, she is really cool. I think she's going to be a really sociable person, and she's going to mix in really well with everybody. So next up on the tribe, we have Dylan Matthews, submitted by Public Enemy, who is a 20-year-old unemployed person. He's been dreaming to participate since he was young and is excited to compete. I think he's just a pretty normal guy, and I think he's either going to stand out and get cut early or could go into the middle of the game. I don't see a lot of winner quality from him yet, and I don't know if that's just me being rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but like, he just seems like a pretty average dude, and I think he may surprise me during this, and I'm open to that if he wants to bring it to the game. So, and our final castaway on the No Collar Tribe and for the season is Maggie Tamayos. This is one of the sims I created. She is a 20-year-old graphic designer from San Myshuno. She's an expressive individual who isn't afraid to stand up for herself, and she's here for the win, point blank. She is not here to make friends. She is here to assert herself as one of the best to play this game. You know what? I'm really rooting for her. I think she's got a lot of personality. She's going to bring a lot to the table, and I'm really hoping she doesn't go home early because I think it would deprive us of some great gameplay. And that concludes the Season 3 cast reveal of Sim Survivor. I'm really excited to see what all 18 of these castaways bring to the table. The beauty of this game is that I can sit here and say who I'm rooting for, who do I think is going to do well, but once you get into the game, everything changes. This is pure randomness in a sense because it is The Sims, but I'm excited to see how things pan out. And most importantly, I want to know who you're rooting for. What is your thoughts on the cast? Who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to go home? Who do you think is unsure on your opinion? So I'd love to have those conversations in the replies with y'all. And most importantly, I just want to say thanks for supporting the series. I did not expect to be doing a third season, but the support and the fans have been great, and I've been loving to see all the submissions being uploaded to the gallery. Hope I can include some of them in a future season. So without further ado, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you at the first episode of Season 3. But without further ado, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.